You are now listening to a 3 podcast. All right, we're rolling. Woo! Okay.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Are we doing 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'm Chance Myers, and
I'm Gavarez Irvin.
I'm Chuck D.
we are the 3 you must hear. Who are our guests today, Chuck?
Our guest is my boy Brendon, my partner Lynn. They're a few gun influencers. We're going to talk about gun safety, gun rights, and they're going to inform us a little about guns.
That's awesome.
And we're here at their spot right now in the country, as you can see.
You got a very nice fire going on, too. I love this, Lynn.
It's a good spot out here.
Courtesy of Lynn.
Why don't you tell us, Lynn, first, where we at and who you are?
We are here in Dixon, Oklahoma, at Higher Ground. I'm Lynn Flatt. I like to shoot guns. I like to print guns. I love guns. They're really fun.
Guns are fun. This is America.
America, baby.
Damn. Is that Hillary?
Thank God we're in America.
Hell yeah.
Good place to be if you like guns.
What about you, Brendon? Tell us more about you.
My name is Brendon Kettner. I run the YouTube channel Heavily Armored Guards, where we just like to mess around, hang out, and just show that guns aren't really something you have to be afraid of or terrified of. You can have fun with them, in a safe way.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of takeaways from that. But I live also here in Dixon, Oklahoma.
Hell yeah.
And
So how'd you get into guns?
Well, whenever I was younger, typical Southern boy, I would go hunting with my father. But that was in the assault weapons ban era, before you could have an AR-15. It was lever guns, bolt actions, breakovers, stuff like that. And I guess just being a young kid, playing G.I. Joes, there's something about the male brain and guns that just mesh very nicely.
Oh yeah.
It's so like ingrained in us, like from when we were kids, like when we watched like Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger and it just
American way.
Yeah, it's just
The way the media portrays it, in my opinion, is guns are bad. Guns cause harm, when really it's a people problem and a mental health crisis problem in the United States, not a gun problem.
that's true.
And giving up rights is it's not the answer, because if you look at Britain, how many people are slain by
Knives.
Machetes? People are always going to harm other people. You can never end that permanently.
Yeah.
It's going to happen till the end of time. You can mitigate it, but giving up rights is not the answer.
Yeah, like I feel like some people may feel opposite, but I think if you train your child at like a young age the importance and the danger of guns and how to handle them correctly, I feel like that's the best route to go, because they're not just going to pick up a gun randomly eventually down the road and go shoot somebody on accident, because that's happened too. Children will find guns that the parents are hidden,
And that's 9 out of 10 what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Not communicating with your children about what a gun is and the distinguish from toy guns and real guns. Gun safety not being spoken with your children can lead to accidents down the road when they're used to having a toy gun.
Yeah.
Come across your real gun, they're not being attended to, or not even, they're doing kid things. You might just be in the kitchen, or you could have just stepped outside. I mean, it shouldn't be like an age difference to where your kids should know better or the right from wrong. Okay, that's a real gun. I shouldn't even mess with it because I know the dangers behind it. I know the safety. And I know the precautions to take when even being around such a weapon.
For sure.
Because of it's being, intervened.
And for that reason, I bought my daughter an ILM 1911, but it's a dummy gun. So it's like it handles like the real gun in every single way. You have to load the clip, you have to push it back, and you got to hold it. But it's a fake gun, so it's kind of like her getting used to it without, being exposed to an actual firearm. And I probably will buy her a gun when she's about 10. We'll see, but yeah.
What would y'all think about gun safety being in schools?
That used to be a thing.
That used to be a thing.
Yeah.
No BS. Yeah, man.
They're saying in Israel, everybody's been to the military.
Yeah, you have to serve.
Everybody.
So
Yeah, a lot of
about
countries.
that.
Yeah, a lot of countries.
Your views on it and
Yes and no.
being able to go to the military fresh, or not being able to, being, I would consider that kind of being forced to go to the military right out of high school.
Yeah, hey, they got to, right?
Do y'all
Yeah.
feel like that's a good or a bad thing
That's
when
a
it
bad
comes
thing.
to?
The government forcing you to do anything is a bad thing.
Yeah. My uncle
That's
used
why we're
It's
Americans.
a terrible thing. We just do it because we like
It's the
it.
American show.
He said, no, this is why it's American.
I agree with that. That's why I say good and bad. For me personally, I see good and bad because their military is structured very similar to ours. I do not have any prior service. I just grew up around it, and we hang around a lot of those guys. I think especially for a lot of kids, if they did come from not such a great background or whatever, it can give them some self-confidence, structure,
In discipline.
and discipline.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be forced to do it, but also I think
They should
I mean
have the opportunity to do it.
I mean I don't know. We could look this up, but what is their murder rate in Israel compared to here? Because they're forced to go, you know,
Yeah.
because they're more
And learn that
disciplined.
discipline at a
Yeah,
So,
for sure their kids
I don't know.
know more about,
Yeah,
Yeah, because right now in America, if you're under 18, like the younger you are, the more likely you are to die by a firearm or whatever. But that's a whole other can of worms. But yeah, and I feel like if children were taught more about it and just everything, and they had more education, then maybe we could prevent some of that stuff.
Yeah. I took a hunter safety course when I was 11.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
That's great right there.
see, I wish I would have got something like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think stuff
I
like
think
that
everybody should
be,
do that.
Yeah.
should
When I
be
was
taught
10,
in school.
is it not mandatory? It was. I took
If
it.
you want to hunt,
Yeah,
it is
you
mandatory.
have to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
have
did
to
it
go.
in case I wanted
Yep.
to hunt, but
Yep.
I
Me
didn't.
and Brent did it,
I never liked.
and you
never
learn
liked
a
killing
lot.
them.
That was a
Yeah.
cool class.
Yeah,
you're
well, I'm
Brent's
not gun
brother?
safety.
Yes.
wow, I
I
didn't
think
would
in
have thought.
general, safety classes should be taught in school, and I think
Yeah,
along
for
with
sure.
safety classes, especially with the rates of being a woman in general, you're going to college, you might be going off to, as you're growing up, to learn how to defend yourself in the world. You know, from the perspective of men, we don't have as many challenges as women do when it comes to safety precautions,
Many dangers,
and a
yeah.
part of that would be like, I think, substantial if you were able to know a little bit about gun safety in the process, or
Yeah.
or just in general safety, because as Americans, we do face a lot of foreign dangers, to where if a lot of Americans were hip to gun safety and how to use a gun properly, it could help you in a situation of a house burglary or something like that in general. If your kid was at home and she's 16 and properly knows how to use a weapon,
Hell yeah.
and
That actually
a
happened
male
recently.
intrusion
Peace of
happens, you would hope that she would be able to protect herself.
Yes.
I mean, a phone call to the police and hiding in the closet can only help so much.
Yep.
You just want to go back.
Give me some scenarios on like why do you train? Like what's the importance of it? Like just for a hobby or what do you think?
It really is a hobby for me. I've always liked guns. I've always collected them. Just recently started building them in the last few years, and that's what I like guns. I like how they work. I've just always been obsessed with them. Even when I was younger, my dad gave me a 22, and I loved how it worked. I didn't shoot that often, to be honest. I just liked having the gun and collecting them.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I started my journey down 3D printing that
Yeah.
that I got into guns, because I learned that you could print them and they work
That's
perfectly, and so I had to find out for myself, and I made one and it worked, and off I was.
And you learned all that on your own?
Yeah.
That's
No
interesting.
mentors, just YouTube videos. But I had a bunch of guns already, but just rifles and hunting and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I started building them, and that's when I learned how they worked. And
Yeah.
Brendon was neighbor / cameraman, so all my 3D printed gun experiments, he was there to record them all every single time. I'd call him at night and be like, "Hey, I just finished one. It's fresh off the printer. Let's go." Meet me with a camera.
But no, hold on. Let's go back. No, hold on. You would think me and him would have been friends for over a decade. We've only been friends for a little bit over a year now.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
it seems like a lifetime.
Since y'all
Yeah.
been
And it was
neighbors.
so funny. So the gun range down there was actually at a different spot. And the reason I met Lynn was through my little brother, who you know, Brett.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, there's a gun range, blah, blah, blah. We went down there, and he wasn't even down there. Brett showed me the gun range, and I was like, cool. So I just started going down there on my own, and then, like I told you, I do, like, ride mountain bikes, and I film that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was like, well, let me try shooting, see what that's like, because it's a different dynamic, right? No, whatever you're shooting on film is, like, sitting here is different than filming someone shooting or
Hell
riding a
yeah,
mountain bike.
hell yeah.
So let me try that. So anyways, then I got introduced to Lynn, and he started coming around, and it was so funny because he wasn't used to having a camera put in his face.
Nobody
I
is.
would just be out there filming, and I barely knew him. But I'm just like, I'm in cameraman mode. I don't care.
Yeah.
I was like that. There'd be a few times he'd be like, turn it away, like, don't film this one. Not this one. You gotta cut it out and whatever. But it was so funny, man. But now it's
He's like,
like,
I don't have
but
the
now I've got him
Put it on
behind the
this, man.
camera, which is really cool.
That is
It's
cool.
it's
Yeah.
really freaking cool because like you see, it's complex.
Yeah.
It's
it is.
very complex.
It
Excuse
is,
me.
and it's so beneficial to record yourself shooting because you don't know what you're doing wrong until you see yourself doing it wrong.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
so
then you're your worst
yeah,
critic. I don't
so-
like the way I stand. I don't
I
like
always
the way
It
felt-
sucks,
Well,
but
yeah.
you learn from that though,
Yeah.
and you
Hell
move
yeah.
forward. So yeah.
exactly. You,
Then you're Keanu Reeves on that motherfucker.
So what's your future plans for your page?
I mean, it's just for shits and giggles, you know, just to have fun. I really enjoy being behind the camera. I love the editing process. It's very stimulating for me.
You think that came before the guns? Was you an influencer?
Oh, for sure.
Was you an influencer or a gunman first? As far as
I hate that word. I'm not an influencer. My oldest YouTube video is from like 07, man. I've been posting to YouTube
Hell yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
And, you know, back in the day, it was just point and shoot upload. There was no editing, transitions,
For real.
text, you know, music, B-roll,
Yeah.
The
picture in
unforgettable
picture.
guy, he was
There
just
was
in the
no, there
woods.
was none of that
Unforgettable,
in the
yeah.
old days of YouTube. But now, production has amped up so much.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and you got to be
like a-
quick to
Yes.
keep people's attention. You got to be quick, quick,
And the
quick,
algorithm,
quick.
that, you
And the
gotta learn
algorithm.
that.
it's really hard to do with gun content as
There's
well.
so many
It's
gun
hard.
heads out there. So
It's
many
hard.
gun
Well,
nuts.
just
Well,
with YouTube,
or
they will
Oh,
strike
gun
you down. They
safety.
will,
any no, just
They just don't like guns.
Yeah, all the people that
See,
have been shut down.
I was thinking
because
about
they had
this.
gun
I was
content.
thinking if Facebook had the same guidelines, do they?
Facebook's a little more lenient.
Really?
Most of the gun content that I post on Facebook is like within a group.
or I'm
Yeah.
gonna move to X.
Yeah, but there's still all kinds of stuff you can and can't do with
So,
Facebook. TikTok's the worst.
what
Oh,
about
yeah.
that video you made on
God.
May the 4th?
Not even
When
getting
you
off
were
the
doing
gun.
that gun range, you were like jumping over shit.
Oh yeah,
That was so dope. Was it over there where we were shooting?
yeah, that was
Okay,
it was
okay.
a little bit down into
Yeah.
there's a canyon, a
Yeah,
little ravine.
that was a sick ass video. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Did you make that or I make that?
I don't remember who made it.
can't
I think
remember
you
either.
made it. Well, I think you just recorded me running the course in
then
costume.
you-
I had just
yeah.
got back from Disneyland.
May the 4th.
Yeah.
That's so
Oh,
dope.
and the Jedi.
Yeah, and
He was running and
my
jumping.
amazing mother-in-law bought
Yeah, I
me
see
a
that.
saber and a cloak, and
That's
so
amazing.
I put on my
That's really
kit.
pictures.
Yeah, I put on my kit, and then I threw on the robe, and I put lightsabers
you
on me, and I
were full
ran the
character.
course.
he was full Mandalorian.
That's badass.
yeah, it's fun.
Full Jedi.
Yeah, that was
Time.
I remember.
That was another time where I was like, "All right, Brendon, I'm ready. Come down here and record this."
I remember seeing that and being like, "Holy shit! I need to go there and shoot right now."
Yeah,
that was
we
such
were-
a dope course.
We were just kind of mimicking the stuff that we learned out there at Battle Spring Ranch. And,
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's a
So-
cool little course we got down there.
So,
Yeah.
is that ranch like expensive, or do you have to have a membership, or what?
No, it's
in the
open to the
public,
public. It's open to the public.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Um,
BSR.com, BSRtactical.com. There you go.
Wow.
It's not as much of like an open gun range as it is like a place to take classes and learn how to do stuff.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, they do.
They do.
Okay, you can't just show up out there and go shoot.
Yeah.
They have a calendar, and then they'll have open range days, and it's like $75, but you got all freaking day
Yeah.
to shoot up to 1,000 yards.
Wow.
So that's cool for everybody.
Damn.
If
Wow.
you're doing pistol, if you're doing carbine, rifle length, precision shooting,
Yeah.
they got something for everybody out
That's
there.
sick. Wow.
Yes. But as he said, their primary focus is going to be the gunfighter class, which is over the weekend.
Uh-huh.
Or if you do the
Precision rifle.
Yeah, PRS, that's like 5 days long, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's long.
Wow.
It's long. But I mean, you're getting schooled by ex-Navy SEALs, ex-Navy SEAL rather, Brian Trotter, ex-Scout Sniper,
Tyler.
Tyler Black, and then pistol with Sterling Tucker, and then they also have a specific women's
Yeah, women's handgun.
what is it, women's self-defense?
Intro, yeah.
intro. Yeah. So
Wow.
because-
ladies.
yes, man. Because
Equal rights.
Yeah, yes, and no, and I'm here for it, man.
Well, remember that.
Because we gotta go to work at some time, and if
Y'all
they're
fought for
if they're a
this.
stay-at-home if they're a stay-at-home mom or something, they need to be able to. And
No,
they,
for real, though.
And they could be intimidated
To
by being
equally-
around a bunch of dudes.
Or
Yeah.
being a
Where
single
they can
mother.
go out there.
That's
or
my
being
main-
a
That
single
is
mother
awesome,
that's
man.
playing both roles.
Yes.
That's the
You
main
might be a
reason.
single mother who don't have a
That's the main reason with my
From my
daughter. Like I'm like she's got a mace right now because but like I want her to grow up and be comfortable around firearms and just and like in case any situation. It honestly terrifies me. Like her moving away, her getting older. Like some people
How
can be,
old is she?
She's 8 right now.
Mine just turned 9, so
Oh hell yeah!
I feel you.
I know. Yeah.
It's terrifying.
It is
Same.
terrifying.
It's terrifying.
just think, eventually they're gonna have to take this world on their own. You can only show them so much. So
Sir.
if you can show them one thing to put in their arsenal, or their Swiss Army knife, let besides it being stay away from boys, gun safety.
That's why you hear every day. It starts with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
like we was talking about the other day. You hear the younger generation, so not up to par like we are. Well, shit, we never taught them nothing.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like
It's up to
yeah,
us.
that's
But
true.
we gotta change it. There,
Yes,
there's
exactly.
there
We
is a
gotta
lot
do
of
that.
ways that we failed, but it's also because we were failed systematically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We were let down.
Yeah.
And we were just following only thing that we were shown.
And we can change
but
it by
now,
being a
and
part.
nowadays that
By
we
being a
recognize
part.
it, there's no excuse.
Yes.
Let's just forget about that and let's move forward.
Yeah, for real.
let's make America better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Fuck all
everybody,
that
yeah.
make America great again shit. Let's get better.
Yeah.
One foot in front of the other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because we're all Americans at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Doesn't-
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We're all humans at the end of the day. We all want to go home to our loved ones.
Yeah, that was a hit.
That was good.
it.
Fuck yeah. Damn.
Kill shit.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
Hell
shooting.
Yeah. All right.
Unless you want to finish it, Lynn.
I'll try it.
Nice crap. Damn.
How many are in this motherfucker?
20.
left. Right in the center, but still low. Smell the gunpowder in the morning.
Sideways. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, how he can turn his
He got the dot on the side.
And it just went out.